you. Okay, let's see here. I just started recording too. So if you are worried about being on, you can always shut your camera off. We just like to share our ceremony on YouTube. So if you'd like to listen to this again later, you can ask me for the link and I will post that for you. It's going to be on Vickie's YouTube channel, and that's a beautiful channel to watch as well because she is always doing live channelings and they're just so helpful. Also, she does attunements, and it's literally spirit is scanning the body, stops in the area that needs attention and love. And I can't even tell you how many pains and injuries have left my body. So if you want an attunement from her or a reading with the multiverse, she is your girl. Okay, my friends, let's see here. Okay. All right, I think we should go ahead and get started. There might be some more coming in, so if that happens, I might have to pop up real quick and let them into the meeting room. Because for some reason, the waiting room, it won't let me change it. They can't just directly come in here. So, sorry, hopefully our eyes will be closed when that happens, so you can't see me popping in and out. Okay, oh, look it, there's my little Hawaiian beanbag chair. All right, my friends. Does anybody have questions before we get started? You are always able to unmute yourself if you have a question real quick. Just take this time to set your intentions. You don't need a piece of paper for that also. You can just set your intentions in your heart space, in your soul, in your mind. All right. Oh, I think we have one more person joining. Okay, that's perfect. Okay, my friends, here we go. All right, so we're gonna get started today just sitting in an easy pose. So if you don't know what an easy pose is, you're just gonna come together across the legs. If you need more of a hip opener, you can always bring the soles of your feet together, okay, to open up your hips. And we're just gonna sit up nice and tall, connecting to our breath. So we want our exhales to be longer than our inhales. So we're going to inhale for a count of 8 and exhale for a count of 10. If that's a little bit too hard for you, maybe go 6 and 8 or 4 and 6, whatever works for you, okay? So we're gonna start breathing in. We're gonna hold at the top and then fully release for a count of 8, 7, 2, and 1. Beautiful. We're taking 3 of these all together. So fully inhale. Big breath in. And then when you're ready, hold it at the top. And fully exhale, release. And one more time, just like that. Inhale. Holding. And fully release. Beautiful. Now, if your eyes are closed, you can open your eyes. We're going to start breathing in through our nose and out through our nose, creating heat in our body with our Ujjayi breath. And know that if the heat builds up too much, an open mouth exhale is always available to you. All right, so sit up nice and tall. Imagine that there's a string from the top of the ceiling pulling you up. Good. And then we're going to start rolling our shoulders back. So nice and easy. So bring those shoulders all the way up towards the ears. Rotate them towards the back until you feel your wings touch. Your shoulder blades should almost come together as far back as you can get them. We're getting all that tension out of our shoulders. And then when you're ready, we're just going to reverse direction. So we're going all the way to the front. Try to shrug them all the way up by your ears. Don't forget about your breath. Always ask yourself, am I breathing or am I holding my breath? Beautiful. Let's sit up nice and tall. So we're going to inhale, bring both arms up with us, scooping up all that energy around us. Good. So palms facing each other, shoulders away from the ears. And we're going to take a nice big exhale, cactus the arms, little back bend here. Good. Inhale, bring it up. And exhale, bring it all the way back down. Shine your heart forward. Inhale. And last one, exhale, bring it down. Again, trying to get those shoulder blades to touch. Heart shooting up towards the sky. And inhale, bring it up. So good, so good. And then on this next exhale, so we're gonna take a big breath in, inhale. And on this exhale, we're gonna bring our left hand to our right knee. We're gonna use our right hand as a kickstand in the back of us, sitting up nice and tall. And then we're gonna slowly start to twist, gazing over that right shoulder. Twisters just super powerful, help drain the lymphatic system, help with digestion, really good for the core area. So we're going to be here for just a little bit. Really pay attention to your breath. We're going to utilize that breath. So on every exhale, see if you can twist just a little deeper. Maybe that hand in the back, that kickstand hand, guides a little bit more past that back. And then we're just going to melt into the twist. And remember, don't hold your breath. If you feel tension, that's when you honor that breath and come right back to it. One more breath here. Inhale. And exhale. Bring it all the way back to center. Arms up. Bring those with you. Gorgeous. Yes. And exhale over to the other side. So right hand to left knee this time. Use that left hand as a kickstand. Sit up nice and tall. Gaze over that shoulder. Pay attention to your breath. You want to send those deep belly breaths all the way down through your solar plexus, through your heart center, rooting you into the floor. See if on this next breath you can twist just a little deeper on the exhale. Relax into it. Don't let your body tense up. And one more breath here. Inhale. And exhale. Let's bring it back to center. Beautiful. So this time we're going to inhale, big breath, and exhale. Lean forward, bringing both arms with us. So they're going to be long out in front of us. And you're just going to slowly start to crawl your fingertips forward. Try to keep the sit bones on the ground. If the sit bones start to lift, that's how you know where your stopping point is. So as we actively crawl the fingertips forward, we're going to see where we can expand. So we're going to feel this in our wings, in our backside, shoulder blades. And then on the next breath, we're going to slowly crawl those fingertips over to the right, placing the left hand on top of the right. And we're going to twist open, gazing through that left arm and that little hole. And just seeing if you could twist open up towards the sky, opening that left side body, feeling this in your shoulder and your oblique. Breathe through it, inhale. And exhale, let it go. And this time we're gonna just crawl back to center and then up and over to the left this time. Right hand on top of the left. Good, and then gazing through. Beautiful. Okay, so opening that side body. Good, and take one more breath here. And then crawl it all the way back to center. And we're just gonna come up one vertebrae at a time. So head comes up last. Stacking one vertebrae on top of the other. And sitting up nice and tall. Beautiful. Okay, so whether you're in easy pose or you're already in your butterfly, depending on how your hip flexibility is, you might need to stay in easy pose. If you can be in butterfly, wonderful. So we're gonna just kind of open up the arches of our feet like a little book, and you're gonna give yourself a little massage there because there are so many pressure points on our feet that connect to every other part of our body. This is why when you get acupuncture, they stick those needles in your feet and your hands. So we're just gonna give them a little bit of love. Don't forget your breath. And we're gonna pause here. Inhale, take a big breath in, sit up nice and tall, and exhale, slowly start to melt forward. This time, we're gonna put a little pressure into our thighs with our elbows, okay? So we are trying to open up our hips here. Hips is where we hold a lot of tension. If it's more comfortable for you to press on top of both of your knees, then use that. If you're really flexible, you can crawl back forward with your feet together. So we're in Konasana right now. Keep those sit bones on the ground. Breathe into the pockets of discomfort. Beautiful. One more breath. And exhale, slowly bring it back. And stacking those vertebrae one more time. All right, so this time we're gonna roll over onto our backs. This is gonna look a little awkward in my beanbag chair. But if you're on the ground, you're on the bed, you should be nice and comfy, okay? So pretend I'm laying flat. We're gonna stamp both feet on the ground. You're gonna inhale your right leg high. Start to make little circles with your ankles. This is a good place to receive. So if you're looking to receive, you can keep your hands face up whenever you're on your back. You can keep a left hand on the heart and the right hand on your belly to connect to your heartbeat and the rise and fall of the breath in the belly. Rotate directions with the ankle when you're ready. And we're gonna pause and center and figure four. So right leg comes over left in a little figure four shape. You're gonna come up, grab behind that left thigh, and then when you're ready, slowly start to bring your head back down to the ground. And then maybe this is your stopping point. Maybe you can bring that right elbow into that right thigh, putting pressure on it to open up that right thigh. And then on each exhale, see if you can pull that left thigh a little closer in towards your body. Now flex both feet and see if that changes the flexibility, if it intensifies a little bit more. And again, this is where we store all of our emotions. So if things come up for you here, it's okay. You're safe. This is the place to let them go. Let anything that comes up, that wants to come up, come up. You're with your sisters. You should feel safe to do and say whatever you feel, whatever is arising is okay. And one more breath here. exhale. So what we're going to do is we're going to release the grip, but we're going to keep the legs where they are. Just stamp the left foot on the ground. And then you're going to either cactus or tee out your arms on the side of you and slowly start to shift your knees over to the right. And you're going to use that right heel to press into the outside of the left thigh. And this is going to start to open your left hip the other way. And once you have this position, you're going to turn your head in the opposite direction of your knees. So your knees are falling towards the right and your gaze is to the left. Utilize your breath. See if you can sink in just a little bit deeper with that twist on every exhale. I'm going to take one more breath here. Inhale, big breath in. And exhale, let's bring it all the way back to center. Beautiful. So we're going to release that figure four and switch to the other side. So inhaling the left leg high this time. Little circles with the ankle in one direction. And again, decide where you want your hands to be. Hands face down or as always for grounding. So you have any anxiety, bring your hands, palms face down. Okay, switch directions with the ankle. And if you're looking to receive, palms face up. Inhale, big breath. And exhale, let's figure four. So left over right this time. Come up to grab behind that right thigh. And when you're ready, slowly start to lift that foot, bring that leg with you, bring that head back down to the ground. Find the stopping point that works for you. And if you need a little bit more, you're going to just put some pressure in that left thigh with your left elbow, opening up that left hip, flexing both feet, intensifying it if you need to. Send a breath to that left hip. Try to let that tension go. It's our tendency to want to tense up. See if your breath can help you through this. One more breath here, inhale. And exhale, slowly release your grip, but keep your legs where they are. We're just going to stamp that right foot on the ground. Decide if you want to cactus or tee out your arms. And gently start to bring those knees up and over to the left. Once you find that twist and enough pressure from that left heel on the outer right thigh, you're going to start to turn your head in the opposite direction. So your gaze is in the opposite direction of your knees. Counter twisting that whole spine. Let yourself melt into it. One more breath here, inhale. Exhale, bring it all the way back to center. Beautiful. So now we're going to pull both knees into our chest and just do some circles all the way around in one direction. That can put a little tension on the lumbar spine. So this will just help to release some of that. And then when you're ready, we're just going to switch directions all the way around to the other side. You can make these circles as big or as little as you want. And if there's one place in your body in particular that you need to stop, then just pause there for a moment. It's important to honor your body. Not all bodies are created the same. We all have different pains in certain areas. So it's really important that you honor exactly where you are. Inhale, and then we're going to hug in both knees. I want you to wrap both arms around your knees. Give yourself a giant hug. And silently or out loud, say 3 things that you love about yourself. Self-love is the most important lesson that we come together to learn. The relationship with ourselves is the most important one because it reflects all of the other relationships we have in our life. So you need to take care of you, honor you, and love you. Inhale, big breath in. And exhale. We're going to release that grip, and you're going to stay laying on the ground. So for this breath exercise, you're going to take a big breath in through the belly, a big breath in through the heart, and you're going to open mouth, exhale, let it all go. So it sounds like this. Join me when you're ready. So keep going on your own, okay? I'm going to guide you through it. This is your practice. One big breath in through the belly, one in through the heart, and open mouth, exhale, release. Keep this going. Nice deep breaths, nice deep breath, nice deep breath, and fully release. Exhale, let it fall out of your body. Now, as you go through this, it's going to get harder and harder because this is energy that's been stuck in our body that we haven't moved in so long. It's just been stuck in our solar plexus, begging to come out. So if it gets uncomfortable, understand that it will pass. We're going to be here for a full 10 minutes. 10 minutes will seem like a lot when we're in this breath, but when you come out of it and you have things start to release, it's going to feel very powerful. So stick through it. You're doing great. You're doing so good. Stick with it. And at some point, you may start to feel tingles in your fingertips, in your toes, or in different parts of your body. That is just energy moving through you. And sometimes we are never able to experience the energy that's in our own body. And it's so, so powerful. So don't let the sensation scare you. Understand that we are always meant to feel like this, to feel this energy moving throughout us. So don't lose this breath. Stick with your breath. So beautiful. Keep this going. If you're feeling like you're starting to get any anxiety, you can always plant your feet on the floor. That will help you stabilize a bit, stabilize the energy. Maybe bring a left hand to the heart and a right hand to the belly so you can feel how powerful that breath is in your belly. You can feel your heartbeat. It's what it feels like to be alive. And release anything that you're holding on to that does not serve your highest good and your highest purpose. Feel the power divinely within you. I'm telling you right now, this is a very, very hard breath. And you're all doing so well. If you need to take a little break, honor that. You can take an exhale and then come right back to it when you're ready. And at this point in our breath work, if you're starting to feel frustrated, a lot of times anger can come up. You can take a pillow and place it over your mouth and let out a giant scream. That will help you release more tension. So if this is happening for you, it is K, to release. You can release in tears. You can release with yelling, or you can just continue this breath and release with breath. Your body is activating. That energy that's coming up, that's been stuck and buried inside of you, is desperately begging to be released. So let this be a little frustrating. We will be finished soon. But it's important to stick with this breath. In the Eastern philosophy, they call it prana. In Hawaii, we call it ha, our breath of life. It revitalizes you. It brings in new life, vital, important energy and life back into your body. Stick with this breath. DMT can start to activate naturally in your body with your own breath. If you do this long enough, it will come up. If there are things, lower vibrations that you're holding on to, things that are not serving your highest purpose, you're going to carry all of that in your belly. This is your will, your power, your personal power. We hold everything here. It is so important. And this will start to awaken your sacral chakra, your root chakra, your womb, and us in our divine feminine, in our womb. We are such powerful creators. So to be able to come together in ceremony and activate this womb within us is so incredibly important. Whether you are a mother or a daughter or a sister, it does not matter. We have all come from the same place. We are in Mother Earth's womb right now. And she is shifting from 3D to 5D. So this causes what you can call chaos, but it is not chaos. It is just Mother wanting to rebirth herself without pollution, without destruction. And in order to do that, to create this new land and this new life, she must first erupt and come out of the womb to create this new space we are about to walk on. So connect your womb to hers with this breath. And the fact that you showed up here today just shows how much you are protected. You are in this cocoon. And if you do not feel that, you need to come back to your center, to the womb, to the heart, to your ha, to your breath, the prana. Come back to it. It's always there for you. If you're starting to feel that shaking, that tingling, that energy moving in your body, that's beautiful. That means it's working. Knowing that you always have this 3-part breath to come back to. if you're feeling misaligned, because you can feel this breath all throughout your chakras, your line of energy that's built into you. When you start to have pains and things come up in your body, it means your chakras are out of alignment. You need this breath. You need to come back to you. We're going to be here for another 30 seconds. Make these last breaths deep. Keep this going. And if you're feeling like you need to stay with this breath a little bit longer, then honor that and stay with that. And as we go into our guided meditation, you can keep this breath going as long as you need to. But if you are ready to release, let go of that last exhale, release, surrender, let go. You did so amazing. It was beautiful. Feel the electricity running through your body. If this is a new sensation to you, really, really take advantage of how powerful this is. It's like you just had a big hug from the universe, from spirit. What a blessing. What a blessing. Now I want you to stay here in your meditative space. And that expelled a lot of energy for a lot of us. So if you have fallen asleep and you're listening to this later, understand that that is okay. It's normal. It's what your body needed. And you can always come back to this later, and it will be here for you. So as we lay in our meditation, if your eyes are not closed yet, let's make the choice to close our eyes. We're removing all the extra sensory information that we do not need right now. Now is the time to fully drop in, releasing yesterday, releasing tomorrow, and just staying here in the present. You can hear the noises around you. Try not to let them distract you or let them become a part of your present, of what's happening now. This represents the calm, the silence that we can always find in ourselves, no matter all the noise that's going on in the world. We can always come back to this. Feel the ground beneath you. Let yourself melt into your sit bones, connecting to Mama Gaia. Imagine roots coming up from the earth, pulling you in, hugging you from below. Release any anxiety and fear to her. She will transmute it into love if you only ask. You are safe here. Check back in with your breath. Start to become really, really mindful. Leaving behind the day that you had and the day that you're still in. And just take a deep breath. And as we focus back on that breath, shifting that awareness from the top of your nose as you inhale and sending that breath all the way to your belly and down into your feet. It just takes 6 deep breaths a day to reset your nervous system. But how often do we take the time to be still and just breathe? So allow all of your body parts to come home, to come back together. We so often pick ourselves apart. We tend to focus on the things we don't like about ourselves. So I invite you to let that go. To just appreciate how blessed you are to be in this body. How blessed we are to be alive, thriving, and to have opportunities to heal, grow, and expand, to connect, and to love. So whatever you're feeling right now, whether you are feeling emotional, stressed, or if you're just happy, it's okay to just be in our bodies as a beautiful representation of how the reality of being in this dimension has its own power. We do not pass judgment on how we feel. And just as nature has seasons and the universe has moon phases, we have our own ebbs and flows of our emotions. There is this pressure to have it all together all the time. So give yourself a big fat permission slip to come into your body, to drop into this space, and really ask for what you need right now in this moment. And as we invoke the spirit within us to assist in our healing journey tonight, allow yourself to detach from any remaining self-doubt as we co-create with the light of the full moon. We cultivate and illuminate the power within us and connect to our heart space. This powerful supermoon in Aries, this energy allows us to let go of limitations, fears, and the need to control things. It allows us to let go of people who do not resonate with our soul. And as you do so, your energetic body has the space to merge with your higher self. As you let go of what is draining you, let go of what is holding you back, and instead direct this energy into creating the life you envision for yourself. Get refocused on your path. Create habits focused on healing and bridging a connection of who you really are and what it is that you are here for. Set clear intentions and take actions to tune into your intuition. You are being provided the strength, support, and guidance to step up into the fullness, the courageous essence of who you really are. And as we take this moment in full expansion and expression of our higher self, we thank the elements of nature, earth, water, air, fire. We thank our ancestors and spirit for our guidance that we're receiving. And we thank the heart of this full moon for allowing us to open fully, feeling this connection, this oneness with each other, with our sisters, the mothers, the daughters, the feminine energy so desperately needed on this planet. And as we continue our journey this evening, let's take a moment of gratitude for ourselves, for showing up, for this healing, for this fellowship. Showing up is an act of self-care and self-love on the deepest soul level. And you deserve to be cared for and loved fully with no limitations or conditions. So feel this love deep within your soul as we journey through these frequencies of the universal connection. And as we slowly begin to come back into our bodies, wiggling the fingertips and the toes, Giving ourselves a big hug. And I want you to say out loud to yourself, I love you. You are limitless. You are powerful. You are my everything. And feel that love from you to you. And if we have hard moments come up, and they will, come back to you. You are in desperate need of your own love, and not in small doses, but constant, unwavering love. And Spirit, your guides, your ancestors, your family of light, God, no matter the name, they are the same, and they have your back. They are here in every single moment. Call on them, but understand you are just as powerful, because we are all interconnected. We are all one. You are them and they are you. It's just a matter of waking up to your own divine glory. And as we seal our practice, whether you're laying down or you come back to your seat, we'll bring our hands together at heart center, thanking ourselves and our sisters around us for sharing ceremony with us this evening. I love you all so much. Namaste. Beautiful, my friends. Beautiful. We are not done yet. Don't go anywhere. I'm going to flip on the light so you can see me. All right. Yay. That was awesome. You guys did so good. Vickie's probably going to get straight into her channeling soon unless she has something to say. So Vickie, you want to unmute yourself? Can you do that on there, or I can do it for you if you
help? Okay. Can you hear me?
Yeah, beautiful. Hi.
Yeah.
Hi, Mamaverse.
Hi. It was so funny because I smell candles, and I don't have any candles in my house right now going, but I could smell scented candles when I came out of it. It was beautiful. It's amazing.
Thank you. Yeah, I had a full-on channeling with that one. I was like, oh, Spirit downloading some stuff that he wants everyone to hear. So that was pretty cool.
Beautiful. So my guides are going to come forward right now. So I'm just going to allow, because we're all in the zone. So just allow yourself to breathe and allow yourself to receive the transmission. The beloved channel has stepped aside in the multiverse being of the south has stepped forward. You can feel the shift in the energy, even in your own body, friends. This beloved chorus, beautiful, energetic movement through your body. This wonderful full moon that is present here, and the planetariums that are aligned with it are dismantling you all. It is moving you into a position in your life you may have never seen coming. this is a celebration. This is time for many celebrations, for the movements that you have been allowing your guidance to move you through. As the collective is breaking down its own momentary systems, your energetic bodies are breaking down in the dismantling of what was. You are becoming what is. You are revealing yourself. You are seeing yourself clear. As you are holding your light in the present state of your awareness, you are honoring your own journey. In the state of the present state, everything is there. As you are all stepping into a dismantling, be very aware of your boxes you put yourself in. Feel the masculine and feminine. Which one is rising? Which one is bringing itself to the surface? Those who have been in an independent state, we will say, your masculine runs forward. Notice this. Ask for balance. You will feel the feminine in a compassionate way balance itself back out. Even if you are being too motherly, balance that out with the masculine. You are learning to balance your own systems. So the perfect way to do this is watch yourself in your boxes. When you place your stuff in your boxes, you, in a way, lock yourself up from your own energetic multiverse. In the box, you get to feel your entirety. When you stay too long in the box, disease sets in because your body is diseased. So be aware in your present state of going in and out of the box. What is the running force as the energetic motion is rising? Is it coming from your masculine or your feminine? Not to judge, neither. Just to be aware. And bring your balance back into your body by the breath, by tapping, by asking. We are scanning all of your bodies. Many of you need water, extreme water. Drink as much as you can. You will know who you are, you know already. Also, many of you are on the ledge of your life. You are gazing upon your life, looking at the horizon, not realizing which way to go, stumbling upon your own self. In the balance of yourself, gaze upon the horizon, spread your wings, and fly. You are ready. It is the unknown. Why you hold yourself on the ledge for so long. Jump. Each one of you are ready. Each one of you are feeling the stirring, moving you into the place of your own interbeingness. Each one of you are arising to your own occasion. Congratulations. You may have pinpoints where you feel that you are not, but you are. And yet, you are being more aware of what is taking place. This is celebration. This is learning you. What was before is not now. The dismantling of all you are is taking place to renew the newness that is instilling itself inside of you. What I mean is that your DNA is feeling this. And that has been waiting is arising. You can feel it. In that potential area of your body, you may be feeling a tingling sensation where the DNA is particularly activated in your body right now. Pay attention to this activation to your own self. Now rise it to the heart. Wherever it is, rise it to the heart and send it to the womb. Feel the circulation. Feel it in your womb state. Feel it being nurtured, softened, and sent back to your heart and back to your body. We are asking now, beloved chorus, is there any questions?
Hi, sweet multiverse. Oh my gosh, it's so funny that you said that because I pulled a card for all of us to start as our group card, and it's purification, time for a cleansing detoxification of our body and mind. So my question is based on this because as we go through these times, a lot of us are looking for things to bring us more joy and happiness and to stay in that fully so we can align with our higher selves. Sometimes some of us may have some drinks and so as part of purification, is this something that we are not supposed to do? Also, I just feel like there's points where we shouldn't judge ourselves. So what are your thoughts on this?
You had very many questions within one question. Beautiful. Very
Sorry.
beautiful. No, it's perfect. The the grounding we are grounding many of you right now in a different way. You're all receiving a download at this very moment. So interruption to the question, allowed yourself to receive this download of yourself. Now we will ask for you to repeat the question again.
As we go through this purification process, would you recommend spending more time alone and being with self rather than being out with friends and having a drink here and there?
The grounding that we are bringing forward is part of this question. The purification is part of that. You are all purifying your own systems. When you choose to do an event, you think that you are not being spiritual because you have been taught that maybe it is not so much of high light, high vibration, whatever labels you place it on. You can do the worst thing to your body, and if you love it, there is no repercussions that will ever be instilled upon your body. Your body is a magnificent force, and it is connected to all that you are moving through, your emotions, your thoughts, your words. So maybe you wake up the next day and you feel a little hungover and you are like, oh, I feel guilty for what I put this body through. Just realize that you can set the intention that the body will not go through this before you do the celebration. Many of you are in judgment of your own actions, not realizing that to be in celebration, that whatever you're doing is a celebration of your life, it cannot harm you. If you feel bad about doing something once you've done it, that is you. Change it. Did this help?
That was very helpful. Thank you so much.
We are going to bring forward, though, that there are different vibrations of your celebration. So feel into the vibration before you consume something. Do you understand?
I do. Yes. And does anybody have a question? You can either unmute yourself or write it in the chat and I will ask. We'll keep, it's questions for the collective. So if you have any questions about what's going on or anything really, we're just going to try to keep it not personal right now.
We are scanning the collective. We are going to bring forward a question from the collective that is not here yet.
Okay.
The transmission that your bodies are going through. This is the first time that you have made it this far. So your bodies are, and we are on the other side, watching you, adjust to you, and helping assist you on the way. There is so much that is taking place between the interaction of the non-physical and the physical in your physical frames. The more you become your soul self, the more soul you are. You are less human and more soul. We believed we answered that question.
I love that.
Yes.
Okay, well, if nobody has any questions, then we can get into our group discussion. And Multiverse, you can release the channel unless you have something else you'd like to add.
Thank you. Thank you for your participation. Thank you for honoring you. Thank you for doing services like this for your own potential. It is a loving way to love yourself. Thank you.
We love you. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Oh, chills all over me. Wow. Oh, beautiful.
Man, that was good. They're like, we have a question that we're gonna answer that's like in the collective. That was awesome.
Wow. Wow.
So good.
Thank
Okay.
you.
Thank you. Thank you, Vickie. That was awesome. Oh man. So this is a part of our evening where we get into group discussion. So if there's anything that anyone's dealing with that they'd like, just support with, we're all here to hold space for one another. That is the main point of being together in ceremony. And it's really important to have your sisters hold that space for you. And you're safe here, so you can share as much as you need to. If you don't want to share at all, you don't have to. I guess I'll go first. I'm Karis. Thank you all for being here with us. It's such an honor to hold ceremony and to come together. And so I would just say what I'm going through this month. I started a new career, or I'm a chef, and so I do meal prep, and that kind of went from one person to 14. Will be 18 next week in like 2 weeks, and it's really hard when you get fired and you aren't working for months, and it's so nice, and then you get thrown into it and don't have time. So it's really important for me, which is why I think that I channeled this message today, is just to make time for myself. I am in this place where I feel like, money used to be so important. Thank you, and I love you. Money used to be so important, right? And we always want more and more and more and more, and then we don't have enough time to spend with our friends and family, our loved ones, and our health fails, and things come up for us because we're working ourselves so much at jobs that we hate. And so I've really had to honor that and call in help and give away half the money that's coming in, and that is okay with me, because I feel like no amount of money is worth your soul. I say it all the time. And so I'm really having to honor that. But I wouldn't have done that if I didn't have these tools to check in with myself, to see, you understand, our bodies are built-in guidance systems. So our body is not meant to feel pain or anger. It's meant to feel just good all the time. And so you really have to pay attention to what's going on in your body. And we hold stress in certain places. And so I was starting to get a lot more pains. And so when I checked into that and I honored that, it kind of dissipated. And Vickie also gave me an amazing attunement and brought spirit in to work on my body. And I had to rest for a few days and drink a lot of water, but it worked and it was awesome. So I recommend that highly. So I just think that the most important thing for me this month is just learning to listen to myself, my body, soul, and spirit. It's all connected, and to honor that.
Yes.
So that's my thing today. Vickie, do you want to share anything?
Yeah, basically kind of for saying that, September was a completely breaking down everything of me. And it's brought me to a place of really paying attention to how I box myself in my energetic state, and how you can do it just by moments. You start moving and you're in a box. But in that box is where you're learning to balance your energy. It's holding you present. And it's like, okay, I balance my system. Instantly you become present. And then once you're present, that's where our magic is. That's really been evident for the last 2 weeks, to be times every moment. For the best thing for me is to set my intentions in the day, set as soon as I open my eyes with the highest potential of this day. I'm present to every moment that I day, and I add surprises and love and light and joy because I change up the words and I think myself at the end of the day. So this month I really feel that July is paying attention to ourselves. What are, and a lot of times in our bodies are our power center. It shows us where we're at. And then we're like, okay, I got to heal this. I got to heal this. It's not so much about healing it, just paying attention to it. Okay, it's here. Don't judge it. Balance it. That's where we're at. That's where I feel I'm at.
Yeah.
So
yeah.